What's going on, guys? Seeing it's Halloween today / tomorrow, whenever you guys are seeing this, I wanted to do a quick little chat about animated Lockdown here. I do still have my original one somewhere. He's in kind of crap condition in storage, just from being well loved and well played with over the years. Even though that mold I think is only 3 or 4 years old, but I got this other copy of him from L. Ramsey's on Twitter recently, and I just want to talk about Lockdown here because it's a really fun mold and a really fun character who I drop out of my hand. In lieu of a proper Classics Lockdown, which I don't know why we haven't gotten one, Hasbro, what the hell are you doing? I feel like pretty much every other iteration we've gotten of Lockdown, except for the Age of Extinction one, which we know that toy was abysmal. To be honest, let's just... Oh, man. At some point I will get the supersized KO of it, but I don't know, just like that whole toy was such a letdown for what, in my opinion, was a fairly decent character in Age of Extinction, setting aside everything else that was wrong with that movie. But even outside of that toy, we have animated Lockdown here, and we have Revenge of the Fallen / Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown, who can also kind of be a stand-in for a Classics Lockdown. Again, I kind of honestly wish I knew where my Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown was. I feel like he's in storage somewhere in this apartment. I just haven't messed with him in a while. I don't know where he is. Anyhow, but yeah, animated Lockdown here, especially for those of you that have been around since this channel's inception, which, oh my god, thank you, is the figure that really kicked off this channel. He's not per se the figure that started me with collecting and everything. That honor goes to 07 movie class leader Optimus Prime. I'm sticking with that flub. But yeah, it's just Lockdown here really is the reason why this channel exists. Because my initial review of him, as god fucking awful as it was, is still out there. And that's the reason why this channel is a thing. So I kind of will always have a soft spot for Lockdown as a figure and as a character, because honestly, without this figure, without this character, I honestly probably wouldn't be having a YouTube channel right now, or if I did, it would be arguably better. But yeah, it's just, even though the animated aesthetic doesn't really fit in with most stuff that's out there nowadays in terms of Transformers, unless you have a specifically dedicated shelf for the range, I still think a lot of the animated toys really hold up to this day in terms of just both overall quality and just fun factor for really both aspects of the fandom, for collectors like myself and the rest of us that do reviews, but then also for the younger demographic. It's really cool that a toy range that's now 3-4 years old still has the legs, pun intended, I guess, that it does, and it still holds up as a really fun, cool toy line. Hell, honestly, without animated, we wouldn't have Lockdown as a character, we wouldn't have Lugnut as a character, and you guys know that I love the Reveal the Shield Lugnut that we've gotten, the arguable Classics Lugnut, which, yeah. But ultimately, for me, Lockdown is one of the examples of what animated did for us. It really started the rejuvenation in an arguably stagnant toy range, because we had really had Cybertron, and then things had been good there, but then the movie line had kind of nixed a bunch of collectors and kind of killed things off for a bunch of collectors that weren't really a fan of the movie aesthetic. So animated brought collectors back in, even though the aesthetic is kind of kidified. I did have the honor of going to the BotCon that was affiliated with animated directly with the Stunticon job set in 2011, and while I didn't have the chance to meet Derek J. White, who designed everything that was Transformers animated related, I did pass the guy and wave hi to him and all that, and I did meet David Kay, who, well, I was going to meet him anyway, but who voiced Optimus Prime. Yeah. I still have all my animated toys. I mean, I think I went almost full completist with that range, except for Sentinel Prime, just because I can't stand the character in the show, so I've never gotten that toy. But, yeah. If you don't have this version of Animated Lockdown, because there is the Blazing Lockdown and then the Stealth Lockdown version as well, get it. It's really fun. And, yeah, it doesn't really fit in with any modern aesthetic, but I don't care. It's still a really fun mold, really fun figure. Really the only difference between this version and the Blazing one is that there's a weird, like, gold flame decal up here and a weird goldish tint to the face. And instead of the hook right here, you've got a clip-out chainsaw, which I feel like you could just buy the chainsaw and attach it to the front of this version of the mold, but I've never tried to do that because I've never been bothered about getting that version. And then the Stealth one is just this lockdown in semi-transparent plastic. So, yeah. Get this mold. It's so good. I cannot recommend it enough. So, just want to do a quick little chat on TFA Lockdown here. Because why not? I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.